Hey Leo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. Now, please keep in mind, Leo, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate, and you are always welcome here to take what works and leave the rest. If you'd like to get a personal reading, I do offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. So we're going to jump right into it today, Leo. We're going to rock and roar, and we're going to see what could be coming toward my lovely lions in love. First message coming out for Leo today, we have got the Knight of Wands. Passionate, fiery energy. Some of you could be connecting with a fire sign romantically, another Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius. It definitely feels like somebody could be passionately pursuing you right now, and probably somebody where you feel a very strong attraction and a very strong chemistry with that person. But let's see where it goes. Tell me more, please, about what could be coming toward Leo. Five of Pentacles. Okay. So Five of Pentacles is a little bit of a problem here, Leo. Five of Pentacles is a card of feeling left out in the cold, feeling disconnected. And that is a challenge that we sometimes see here with the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands can sometimes be the energy of somebody who is here for a good time, not a long time. This can be the energy of somebody where there is a lot of passion, there is a lot of chemistry, maybe you have a lot of fun together, but then this person ends up disappearing. So here you are thinking that everything was really good, thinking that you have this passionate connection, but then all of a sudden you're left feeling out in the cold and wondering what happened. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo right now, please. And then we've got the Strength card. I kind of love that because this is your card, Leo. So there's a couple of things coming to mind here. The first one is a recognition of your inner strength. I do think that if you're connecting with the energy so far today, that maybe you've been dealing with a bit of an unexpected turnaround situation where somebody was very passionate about you, they seem to be really into you, but now they've gone cold. They've pulled back their energy and you're not sure where you stand. The Strength card is saying you have the inner strength to get through this. Whatever happens between you and this person, Leo, you have the strength to navigate this situation. So it's important for you to really tap into that inner strength. Now, the interesting thing is that the Strength card can indicate going through some sort of challenge and overcoming it. I do think that if you're resonating with the energy today, that you're probably very confused about why somebody was super into you one moment and then seems to have kind of disappeared the next. It's possible maybe you guys find a way back together and work through the issues, but it could also indicate that this person is not coming back and they're out the door and they're not potentially going to be back. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to look at this a little bit more to find out what's going on in this dynamic. So I want to look at this person, their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what actions they could be taking. I'm going to look at the same thing for you, and then we're going to look at the potential outcome. So like I said, the reading today seems to be more focused on situations where somebody seemed to be really into you, and then all of a sudden, like completely pulled back, stopped talking to you, stopped connecting with you, and you're left wondering what happened. So I think that's who this reading is going to resonate with today. So let's get into it. Okay, let's look at this person. First card jumping out. That is kind of significant and kind of interesting to me, Leo. So the first card that came flying out for your person's energy is the Knight of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Whoever you're dealing with though, they are probably very romantic. And I'm gonna say here with this Knight of Cups, they probably made you feel really special, Leo. They probably did something very romantic, or they did romantic things for you. They did things to make you feel good. They did things to make you feel cherished and adored and all that stuff. And the Knight of Cups is like this very dreamy energy. So I'm gonna guess that they probably did kind of pull you into this world, this dreamy world where you're like, this feels really good. I think they really like me. I think they're really into me. They definitely created that. Like I'm getting the word, they created this world. They created this idea of the, the romance and the fantasy and the desire. Tell me more, please, about this person's energy right now. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, they pulled you in to this dreamy, magical world and made you all these promises, and then they put their wall up, okay? Look at this person, Leo. They are literally holding a shield in front of themselves, like protecting themselves, not letting anybody in. And this is where we're getting this very frustrating mix of energy where At one moment, they're coming towards you, like we saw with the Knight of Swords. And then the next moment, they're pulling back with the Five of Pentacles. And then they're coming towards you with this very romantic energy with the Knight of Cups. And then all of a sudden, they're shutting down emotionally. They're blocking you. Some of you may even be wondering, like, did they block my number? I think some of you are wondering that because maybe you're not able to reach this person and you're like, I don't understand though. You were super romantic with me one day and then now you won't even answer my calls or my texts. It's very hot and cold behavior. Tell me more about this person's energy, please. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. That's interesting. Queen of Swords is air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's a couple different ways we can look at this. I mean, the Queen of Swords can be a communicator. She's known for that. Queen of Swords is typically somebody who's really good at communicating and speaking their truth. So maybe it could indicate that after shutting you down with that Seven of Wands, your person's going to come back into the picture with some sort of explanation for why they did that. It's possible. But I'm also getting a bit of a logical detachment, you know, where your person might be kind of pulling back emotionally. It's like they started with the Knight of Cups, super loving, super romantic, but now they're going into the Queen of Swords, which is very up in their head, very logical. You might be feeling a shift in their energy, Leo, where they go from being like warm and fuzzy to being cold and detached. Okay, let's see what they could be feeling right now. King of Cups. Okay, I don't know about this, Leo. King of Cups is more water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Often when we talk about the King of Cups, it's really good. King of Cups is somebody who tends to be like very loving, very emotional, very emotionally available, very in touch with their feelings. And so I'm like, okay, so they have these feelings for you. So why are they playing these games where they're here one day and gone the next? So I'm going to say here, Leo, if you're connecting with this energy, I feel you're probably experiencing what I'm experiencing right now is a lot of confusion about this person's behavior. Because I do think that they're demonstrating they have feelings for you and making you believe that they have all these strong feelings. But then we're also seeing several cards to indicate that they could be pulling back and shutting you out unexpectedly. Okay, let's keep going. Tell me more about what they could be feeling, please. Yes. I'm so frustrated and I feel like this is probably how you feel. I think what I'm experiencing right now, Leo, is probably a reflection of how you are feeling in this situation. So guess what? Same thing, exact same pattern. We start out, they're super loving and you're like, okay, I think they really like me. I think they're like really into me. I think they feel something here. And then guess what happens? The Hanged Man. Look at this. You know what the Hanged Man is? Somebody stopping, somebody not moving a situation forward. And so it's like, again, this stopping and starting energy, Leo, where they're like, I love you, but oh, it's not really going anywhere with that Hanged Man. Tell me more about what this person could be feeling, please. The Knight of Swords, and then they pick up speed again. I hope you like roller coasters, Leo, because you're definitely on one here as far as I can see with this energy. So Hanged Man, not going anywhere, pausing, standing still, not taking any action, followed by the Knight of Swords, charging forward, pursuing you. This person, they feel like they're coming in and out of your life here, honestly, Leo. And it's kind of infuriating in my opinion because instead of being consistent, they're back and forth with their energy. Like, I don't even know what to expect with this person. I think the only thing that you can expect is inconsistency, if I'm being honest. Okay, what actions are they taking? Let's look at that, Leo. Page of Wands. Okay, I feel like they're very good at charming people and being flirty and getting what they want. Like, I feel this is somebody who shuts you down, you know, pushes you away, disappears for a few days, and then they come back around all cutesy. And they're like, come on, Leo, you know we got a good thing here. Come on, what's the problem? Like, it feels a little gaslighty, okay? It's like they come in pretending everything's fine and trying to be all cute and flirty with the Page of Wands, and you're like, you just disappeared for 4 days, and I tried to reach you, you didn't respond. And they're like, oh, come on, that doesn't matter. Like, this is so fun. We have such a good time, right? Tell me more. Okay, what is this? Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune came jumping out. Okay. So again, We got the Page of Wands. They're coming towards you. They're flirting with you, you know, being all cute. And then the Two of Swords. Guess what the Two of Swords is? Being at a crossroads, something not moving forward, being stuck, not being sure what you want. And so this is just like a very clear pattern, Leo, that seems to be showing up where they pursue you, then they pull back, then they come back around, then they pull back. So it's like with the Two of Swords, this is them being unsure about what they want. Again, stalling the relationship, not taking action. And then the next card is the Wheel of Fortune, which I typically like in a love reading, but I feel is problematic in this reading. The Wheel of Fortune is about, you know, I feel it's like an element of destiny, like things that are meant to be, things that are falling into place. And I worry very much when I'm looking at a situation like this and I get the Wheel of Fortune, because it almost feels like this could be your person's justification for their bad behavior. And what I mean by that, Leo, is this person seems to be screwing you around. Sorry, like if I'm being quite frank with you, back and forth, I'm here, I'm gone, I'm here, I'm gone. You're like, what is happening? And then I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, they might come in and be like, but it doesn't matter, Leo, because, you know, like we're destined to be together, you know, like, don't you just feel like we're meant to be? Don't you feel this connection? I think they might try to give you some sort of weird explanation like that to excuse their behavior, where they're like, yeah, I mean, I know I didn't talk to you for like a week and I know you saw me out with another person, but like that doesn't change that what we have. You know that we're good together, right? You know this is a good thing, so what's the big deal? I'm getting an energy of somebody being good at talking themselves out of situations, but I gotta be honest, Leo, it's giving gaslighting. Like it feels like you're a person just trying to ignore the reality of the situation and tell you this is actually what's happening. And you're like, that's not what's happening. That's not the situation, but they're trying to convince you that it is. This feels problematic to me, in my opinion. Okay, so that's your person. Let's look at you, Leo. Tell me about Leo's energy right now, please. King of Pentacles, good. So this is good, you guys. King of Pentacles is a very stable energy. This tells me that in the midst of what feels like chaos to me, you're finding a way to stay steady and grounded. And I think that's really good, you guys, because when somebody's like back and forth and erratic in their behavior, it can be really confusing, very confusing. And I feel like the King of Pentacles is saying like, keep your cool, stay grounded. Don't let their up and down all over the place kind of energy throw you off, and, you know, stay stable and grounded in how you feel and what you want. Don't let their chaos pull you into it. Tell me more about Leo's energy, please, the Magician. Yeah, I think you feel that this person is a magician. And when I say that, Leo, what I mean is that a magician is somebody who tends to do tricks. A magician is somebody who pretends to be one thing. They present an illusion. They show you one thing when there's actually a completely different scenario that's happening. And I think you're starting to really tap into the truth of their behavior, where you're like, they're kind of like a magician. It's like one day they're telling me this, the other day they're telling me that. There's illusions, there's dishonesty, and I can't get a handle on what they want, but I know that they're not being honest. It's kind of like they're pulling tricks, you know? Tell me more, please, about Leo's energy right now. And then we've got the Three of Wands. So basically, I think you're looking at this long term and you're like, okay, what am I even doing here? You know, what do I want in the grand scheme of things? The Three of Wands to me is very much an energy of bigger picture thinking, Leo. And sometimes I encourage this within my tarot readings. When I get the Three of Wands, I'm like, look, Leo, I think the tarot is asking you to consider the bigger picture of what's happening. Because when we get caught up in something like this, it feels very dramatic to me, if I'm being honest. And I think sometimes somebody in this kind of energy that we looked at for your person, they kind of thrive on the drama a little bit, you know, and they kind of thrive on the fact that things are uncertain and all over the place, because if they're constantly here and then they're over here and then they're over here and then they're over there, it's kind of like a distraction. They prevent you from looking at the reality of what's happening. So it's like, this is a big deterrent to your person, because the minute you start to pull back and look at the bigger picture, I think you're going to see the reality of what you're dealing with this Magician and the Three of Wands here. It's like, you got to look at the bigger picture. Don't get caught up in the like minute by minute, day-to-day chaos that this person might be bringing into your life. Pull back a little bit. And sometimes when we pull back, we can see the reality of what we're dealing with. I don't think your person wants you to look at the bigger picture, Leo. That's what I want to say. Like, they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to think too much. They kind of just want you to be in the chaos of the moment, and then they can continue to do this. and you don't question it. But if you start pulling it back, I think you're going to be peeling the layers back and seeing the truth of what's going on here. So let's see what you could be feeling, please. Good. 4 of Cups. Withdrawing, protecting yourself, pulling back your energy, being like, I can't continue to emotionally invest in somebody who is chaotic. I don't know why, but the words chaos and chaotic are very strongly coming to mind. And I don't know if that's because that represents how you feel in this situation, maybe. Tell me more, please, about what you could be feeling. King of Swords, good. Getting to the truth, right? Sometimes we got to take a good hard look in the mirror and be like, what is going on here? What am I dealing with? And I feel like the King of Swords is like cutting through the BS. And it's like, you know what? When I think about this logically, when I think about this rationally, what am I seeing, right? Like objectively, what are you seeing in your person's behavior? And what do their actions tell you about who they are and their ability to be a good partner for you? Tell me what Leo could be feeling right now, please. Ace of Cups. I kind of feel like you're moving on, you guys. Ace of Cups is about brand new love, a brand new beginning. And I think you're probably looking at this and being like, this is chaotic. Why would I continue to invest in this when I could maybe just find somebody who is not total chaos for me to deal with? I definitely think you're starting to shift your mindset and maybe like tapping into your inner strength and being like, do I deserve this? Do I want this? Does this make me feel good? You know, sometimes what I say to you, Leo, is talking about, you know, the bigger picture. When you think about the relationship you want to be in, when you think about what that's like, does this person match those expectations? Sometimes that can be a little bit of a way that we can check ourselves and be like, am I happy? Does this feel good? Or does this not feel good? Does it not feel aligned? Tell me what actions Leo could be taking, please. 10 of Cups, okay? 10 of Cups is the happily ever after card. That fits with what I was just saying a moment ago, where it's like, think about what your happily ever after looks like for you, Leo, and then ask yourself, does this person show up in a way that demonstrates they can give me that? Or do they not, right? Tell me more about what actions you're taking. Page of Swords. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's coming to mind. I think you might try to have a conversation with this person, and I don't think it's gonna go well. Sorry, guys, that's just what I feel, you know? I think you might look at this and be like, okay, I'm gonna try one last time to have a conversation, get things out in the open. But with that Page of Swords, I just feel like there's going to be immaturity. I think we already talked about your person's a bit of a smooth talker, maybe a little gaslighty sometimes, you know, a little bit. And so I feel like you might try and talk to them. And I just don't know that you're going to walk away from that conversation feeling satisfied as far as I can see here. Let's get one more card about what actions Leo could be taking, please. Ace of Wands. Okay. Second ace within your reading. So there's 2 aces showing up for you, Leo. Aces are about brand new beginnings. So when I look at this energy here, it's like there's some weird shit going on with your person with this back and forth chaotic energy for whatever reason. And I think you're looking at it and you're starting to look at the truth of the situation with that King of Swords. The energy for you is strongly suggesting you're wanting a new beginning. So you might be looking at this and being like, should I continue to invest my time and energy into this, or should I just kind of cut my losses and move on and find somebody who's a better fit? I think you're definitely considering that. So let's see what the potential outcome is here. What is the potential outcome in this situation? Yeah, Tower. I don't really see this working out, you guys, if I'm being honest with you, and I don't think that should be surprising, maybe given what we've talked about so far today, but let's break down this very, very, very big energy in the outcome. The Tower is a huge shakeup. It tends to represent big, unexpected changes, shocking changes, and it usually breaks something down. What I say to you a lot of the time is that the Tower usually comes in to kind of force us in a way to clear out something that's no longer serving us. And sometimes it can be hard. It can be chaotic, which is the word of the day today, apparently. But ultimately, the Tower is saying, this doesn't serve you anymore. It is time for this to leave your life. And I feel like that's what's happening here, okay? I think there's gonna be a Tower moment where this really just breaks down completely and you realize there's no way to rebuild with this person and you just gotta move on. There could even be, I'm gonna say, Leo, some sort of shocking truth, some sort of shocking revelation with that Tower energy, something unexpected that comes to light that, to be honest, it might hurt, it might not feel good to find it out, but it will allow you to see the truth of the situation that you're dealing with. And yeah, I think it's going to come crumbling down, because that literally is what the Tower energy is. It's like this situation with this person might come crumbling down, but the Tower usually comes in because it's like, you know what, Leo? This is not what's meant for you. This is not your best life. This is not what you're meant for. There is something better. And the Tower kind of forces us to confront that. So I almost feel like even for some of you, maybe you've been in this back and forth roller coaster for a while. Like I said, this kind of energy does tend to pull us in. And before we know it, it's like back and forth, and you get stuck in it. So maybe you've been stuck in this energy with this person for a while, and now something is happening with that Tower where it's like you're gonna be forced to see the truth of what's going on with this person. And I think that you are not going to want to be with them. If I'm being honest, what I see, I think you're going to start to realize there's better out there with that Ace of Cups and that Ace of Wands. And you're going to start to detach from this very inconsistent energy and have the strength to walk away. That's what I see today. If you're resonating with this energy, ultimately it's about seeing the truth of someone's behavior. Now, I want to be clear, this person you're dealing with, I'm not saying they're a bad person or anything like that, Leo, but what I do see is someone who is very inconsistent, all over the place, can't commit, can't be clear about what they want for whatever reason. And if that's not what you're looking for in love, the best thing might be to walk away and find someone who can actually give you what you want. So not saying they're a bad person or anything like that. They might not be in a place where they can be in a stable, committed relationship. Their energy feels very chaotic for whatever reason. And this might be the wake-up call that you need to look at the reality of that situation and be like, is this serving me? Is it not? If not, I'm going to go find someone who can actually meet my needs. So that's what I see. Food for thought today, Leo. If you enjoyed this reading, do me a solid. Give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell. If you would like to get a personal reading, I do offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. And of course, my lovely lions, I am wishing you so much love and happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.